Hello students, welcome to another screencast for PCB design using Altium Designer. In this screencast, we're assuming that you've finished a PCB, including a schematic and a printed circuit board design layout, and you're up to the point of checking it for errors before you send it away for manufacturing. So what we're going to go through are several common errors at this stage of the design and things you can do to fix these errors before manufacturing. The first error I'd like to highlight is not defining the outline of the board in the keep out layer. So it's not something that was covered in the earlier videos, but the whole goal of this is to build a PCB where all of your components are constrained within the outline. You'll often find if you send your design to the manufacturer with components outside of the outline, it can produce major errors that don't allow the design to be fabricated. And it can also be difficult to identify that some components have stretched beyond the outline. So what can we do? Well, it's actually good practice to draw the shape of your outline of the board into the keep out layer. So remember, there are several layers in the PCB. One for the top copper, one for the bottom copper, one for the top silkscreen, and so on and so forth. The keep out layer is a special layer that restricts any other material being printed in the areas that you specify. So what we're going to do is constrain the keep out layer to the outline of our board shape, and that will ensure that if any components are mistakenly placed outside of the board dimensions, we'll get a nice error message when we run the design rule check. So let's look at an example where we'll draw the outline of our example PCB into the keep out layer. So I'm going to use the example project from earlier in this set of screencasts. In this example project, we designed a wireless controller shield for an Arduino. So now we want to draw the outline into the keep out layer. The first step you wish to do is make sure that the keep out layer is the active layer selected in your Altium design window. Do that via inspecting the bottom tabs at the lower portion of your screen. So these are all the layers that construct the PCB. You want to make sure that the keep out layer is selected at the bottom of your screen. And now any components you place will be put into the keep out layer. So all you want to do is trace around the outline of your board. So I want to do this via using probably a line tool for starters. If you have a simple shape, you could just use the line tool. My shape's a bit more complex, so I'll be using a couple of tools. So let's get started by drawing the line at the very top. As I try to do that, you notice that the entire polygon on the top layer has turned green. Remember in Altium that green means there's a violation of your constraints via the change you just made. And any change we make will cause an error in the polygon. So what we want to do for now is just temporarily disable the top and bottom polygon pores. To do this, go to Tools, drop-down menu, select Polygon Pores, selection item, and then you want to go to Shelve All Polygons. And I click that option, and it basically just temporarily disables the polygons from your design, allowing you to make changes, and then you can drop the polygons back in later. So now let's continue by drawing our board outline. I go to Place, Line, and I'm going to start just by the top line up here. And I'll just draw a line from there to there for the keep out layer. And the next line I wish to draw is roughly here to here. Now, unfortunately, the line tool doesn't allow us to get this complex circular shape that we're looking for my design. You'll find that for your design, it may just be a square shape, so you can continue your keep out layer with the line tool. But I'm going to use an arc tool to produce the handles of this controller. So I use the arc tool. And there's our board outline drawn into the keep out layer. Let's now re-pour our polygons so that we can complete our board design. So to get your polygons back into the design, go to Tools, and you want to go back down to the Polygons selection menu and select Restore All Shelved Polygons. Now, this is restoring the previous version of those polygons. So they were poured over the top of freshly added keep out layer components. So again, they've been violated. So what you want to do here is now re-pour the polygons via the same menu. Tools, Polygon Pores, and re-pour all or re-pour violating polygons. And there you have it. We've added our keep out layer, and if you zoom in closely, you'll see that the keep out layer actually makes sure that the copper doesn't go right to the edge of your board. It's restricting your copper going right to the edge of the board, and if you were to place a component slightly outside of your board, you'll find that it would violate the rule check. So if I was to do that with my Bluetooth board, obviously it's going to violate my polygon pores, so let's repour the polygons. Repour all. However, you'll notice that a violation still occurs. You've placed something outside of the keep out layer, and Altium is telling you about it. So this is what we wanted. It allows us to error check our design a bit easier. So I'll just place that device back where it belongs, and this is our completed circuit. So make sure that your final step is to draw the board outline in the keep out layer.